Eventually, you both slip into unconsciousness. Oh, Nora. As you drift off to sleep, there's that moment of weightlessness before you know instinctually that your back has made contact with something. As you open your eyes, you're once again nestled in the roots of one of the trees. You can see fragments of this just perfect dark blue sky, with flickering lights of stars, right, and the canopy of trees above you. Push yourself upright, look left, look right. Initially, you don't see anything until you pick up the sound of footsteps approaching. Then from around one of the trees, you see Jasper. How are we this evening?
He's wearing the ring.
He's wearing the ring.
I was have to make sure, because I'm doing fine this quite pleasant evening. How about yourself? Sorry.
Can't complain necessarily. Lots of things, strange things going about.
Like what? Cocks her head.
Rumor has it the council managed to received a very interesting package.
The council received a package?
Oh yes, from the Levenspires.
Oh, told him to fuck off, bitch!
What was in said package?
What they thought was you.
I see.
What is that supposed to mean? Yours was to come in a box?
And what happened to the package?
Let's just say the Levenspires have a reputation for a reason. There'll be a little bit of time before they realize that it was not you that was sent to them.
Well, that's good for me, but not good for someone else, I suppose.
One of those necessary evils, that some people would say.
Oh. Oh, that's...
Not that I personally agree with anything that they involve themselves in, but I have to say that their methods are effective. At the very least, this will keep them chasing their tails, and all they have to do is to shift blame, saying that they thought it was you. All of a sudden, they're still in good standing with the council for potential future positions. At any rate, you training with your cousin seems to be paying off. Glad.
Yes, it is quite different in the prime-material plane. For example, how Talavin tried to summon her wings more than once, and had not severe consequences, but there were definitely consequences to her trying to force it.
Unfortunately, yes. That's why it's important to have a mastery of this particular element of yourself.
Could we train tonight? Anyway?
Of course. Shall we? Holds out his arm for you.
I trot up. I trot up and take his arm happily.
Tucks it under his and leads you through the silhouette of trees, left and right, until you eventually reach that same place. Waves his hand, and the trees split and fold and bend and weave themselves into that very familiar training arena, allowing a very thin sliver of moon and the starlight to illuminate the surrounding area.
I remembered a question. While we're walking, can I ask him
Okay.
a question before we get there?
Maybe.
Did you happen to know the previous child of the encounter?
I did. Only a few meetings here and there, but at any rate.
It's just curious. New told me about him once.
Rebel until the end.
Rebel.
Yes. And comparatively speaking, the two of you are the difference between night and day.
He's talking about the other one.
Okay, I thought he was talking about New. It's like New's a rebel? Okay, sorry. Difference between night and day. Really?
You two are the difference between night and day.
How so?
You took to your studies. You listened, learned the trade of the family. He did not. At a young age, he essentially forsook the family and went off on his own, decided to make his own fortune for his own sake.
Does anyone know what happened to him?
As far as I'm aware, he's still alive, living somewhere in the forests of Afiovion. In the southern portion, he's in the mountains now.
I didn't know he was still alive.
The blessings of being of the world.
Oh well, it wasn't terribly important. I was just curious. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe the two of you could meet one.
I think I would like that. To meet my opposite.
I think I'm your opposite.
Too late. Shall we begin? Says the same very smile.
Yes. Says Nora coolly.
Oh, she ain't acting cool. What you talking about?
Oh man. Okay, so just doing the mantra. I'm doing the mantra. Come on.
Charisma saving throw.
Oh, is that cocked?
Yeah.
No. I don't want it to be cocked. I'm going to keep it.
I want to give this one.
Yeah, that was cocked. That's like half. Okay, 14.
14. Do you take a moment, focus on that warm fluttering you felt earlier that day in your chest? There's a spark. It doesn't grow.
18.
18. With that, you focus, you concentrate on it harder. You feel that warmth being spread through your chest and down your arms. A little faster than before. Not by much.
Oh, okay, 22.
22. Focus now thinking about proving yourself, being able to prove yourself in front of your cousin, being there for her, being there with her. And something about that inflames this. You feel this burst of energy just seep down your arms, down into your fingertips, every part of you just vibrating. You already feel it drawing up your arms.
14? Again?
14. It's maintained, but going nowhere. You feel it. You say concentrate. You can do it.
18.
18. It draws up further. Now in your shoulders, you feel it beginning to draw up your spine, up through your legs, every muscle, every fiber, every tendon, just sparking with this radiant energy.
Come on, man. Do me a solid. 16?
16. It's a little bit slower, but it still continues drawing up your spine. Begins collating near your shoulders. One more big push, maybe could do it. Focus. Right at the cusp.
That's a 24.
24. As you get to that bridge, as you get to that point, remember leaping off of the edge of that cliff so many months ago. That same free-falling feeling, that same rush, and you cling to that. As energy dissipates. And emerging from your back, those same midnight blue wings dipped in silver like blades. Jasper just has this warm smile. You can see his eyes just glowing in the night. Beaming with pride as he steps up. Takes a strand of hair that had fallen partially in your face as you were focused and concentrated. Just tucks it behind your ear.
But I love that strand of hair. I let it fall on purpose so he can put it back. I'm going to sadly release my wings.
In this mist and swirl of metallic gray, dissipate.
Okay, I can do this. Come on, there's a
Leaving almost these almost constellation-like shapes.
I like
They
that.
dissipate.
Like that. Like sparkles. Okay, sorry. I didn't say that. Alright. Mantra. Ha! Natural 19. Nora's very motivated. That's a 26. Definitely.
This time you step back into it. As you begin concentrating, you feel that energy already burst through your chest, cascading down your arms like a hot shower, almost reaching the tips of your fingers.
Come on. Do me a natural 18. That's a 25.
Clench your fists and lean down into it. You can almost, with the lean of your body, you feel it pulse throughout the rest of your form. You already feel it drawing up your arms, drawing up your spine, drawing up your legs, this radiant energy burning hot. You do.
I'm gonna succeed. 22.
22. This time you roll your shoulders and already everything cascades to the tops. It fades. For smiles, just starts clapping. Gotten better, Nora.
What did he say?
You've gotten better, Nora.
I had the right motivation.
Had no
Whoosh! And I fly in the air.
Oh, I see. As he leans down, you watch as his form in this swirling midnight blue mist just surrounds his body, and there you see the blue phoenix as he soars up into the air. Both of you spiral together for a moment before simultaneously breaking off and free falling back, soaring over top of the mountains, over tops of the trees. This gust of wind, this breeze just pulls at every fiber of your hair, just every strand flowing over your shoulders. As you get near one of the mountains, you take that moment, you feel that spark, and you spin in midair. As you do, your wings come down on top of some of the mountains and carve into the earth itself, shattering it, scattering it off the side. As you glide back over the rest of the mountain range.
That's cool. So, like, the wings came over, and she twisted, and it, like...
Yeah.
I could do that to, like, monsters. Or people.
I mean, we won't even tell people about them. We're not going to use them in real life. Good lord.
Just give me a minute. I'm so happy right now. Thank you for this. Thank you for this.
Eventually, you make it back down to the ground. Eventually, he lands. Although taking a moment to spin and transform in air before landing in front of you.
He's so cool.
You can't deny it.
I'm not saying anything.
Well, that was lovely. Just, she's happy. She's beaming at herself. and that she got to fly with him. She's not hiding her happiness. I can
It's
feel
wonderful.
Sophia's disgust.
It's not discussed.
So lawful, neutral.
Sorry.
Comes up by your side and says, is there anything else you would like me to look into for tomorrow?
Citron said that the spring has been weaker than the past springs, which I know the pixies usually bring in this time of year, but he says that it's been different. So perhaps that could mean something's happening.
Look into it.
Alright. Thank you.
Hopefully not. I'd say the Fae folk of the diminutive size have certainly had their share of misfortune recently. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Sleep well.
I'll see you soon. Oh, this
Absolutely.
is lovingly looking at Jasper. Blinking. Sleeping.
As you all step off of the training platform, turn back from the darkness and already see the image fading. The image of him fading as the trees once again bend back and reform. Vision fades. You're weightless before you feel the comforting touch of the comforter around you. Talavin. Talavin.
Oh, yeah, I have a list.
Place that you chose to sleep. You realize is akin to it's the same image as whenever you open your eyes. It's the oddest sensation. As you're looking up, you don't remember closing your eyes. You don't remember the skylight leaving you. Suddenly, in one blink, you look around and see that familiar mountainscape, familiar lake, that impossibly still water strewn out all in front of you. Darkness and the silhouetted trees and shadows all around. Look up and see that glowing, warm sliver of moon. To your left, to your right, you don't see anything.
I don't hear Bay in the background woe meing.
Not yet. Maybe.
Alright, I will deal with her later. I need to be conscious while I'm talking to Malik. She could still be angry. I don't know. Maybe she didn't get all her rage out last time. It was a lot, but still. I will deal with her later. Am I standing or sitting?
You're still laying down on that same cushion. As you stand up and look behind you, it's gone.
Weird. Oh, so I meant to mention, because I definitely wrote down questions I wanted to ask from Malik. I was just going to because Talavin can't remember everything off the top of her head as much as Sophia definitely cannot. If she's clutching her notebook while she was falling asleep, would that come with her? I was gonna try that.
It's in your hands.
Awesome. Okay, cool. She got a whole list of shit she gonna ask Malik. Yes. So she's gonna start walking towards where Malik usually is, and just be like, I have some questions. And I wrote them down this time so I don't forget.
Passive perception picks up.
Oh no. A gargoyle bastard! You trying to run away? No! Stay away!
Do you start going faster?
I do like pick up my pace just like a little bit.
Here.
I start sprinting away. Like, no!
Stride for stride, you glance over your shoulder and just see these electrical burning canine eyes behind you.
Summon my wings!
Summon my wings!
Summon my wings! I'm trying to summon my wings. Get away!
Go for it, go for it!
Get away! Natural 20!
Oh! In mid-stride, you take that moment, you clutch the book.
I'm like looking behind you, I'm like, no, just
down. You bend down and leap into the air.
I know!
Instinctually,
Damn it.
these smoky gray wings dipped this very, very pale white just emerge and send out this cascading blast of electrical energy.
Malik will save me.
You're happy for about 2 seconds before you remember she can also take flight.
I'm trying to get to the other side of the lake and maybe Malik will save me before I get electrocuted into oblivion.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No!
With advantage because of that natural 20.
Natural 20. 26.
As you're
26.
you take to the air, staying low to the ground, you take that moment and instinctually you go to do an arch back. You look like you're getting ready to gain air. Instead, you tuck your wings and roll over top of the water as sparking this brilliant mix of colors. Bay's form turned to energy and shot itself through the tree, what would have been through your body, as you see the tree for a moment ignite into normal color. Glide over top of the water, wings barely missing the surface as you fly to your area. You tumble onto the ground and see stalking out from the forest bay, and she look. Touche. I suppose you don't have any questions for me, so I'll just be waiting over here. Seeing you.
I mean,
She walks.
Wait. Technically, are you in my mom's house? Do you remember what was going on? Wow, I really.
She's walking away with every swish of her tail. Each time it barely grazes the ground,
I'm gonna make a note to ask her later about my mom. Maybe she knows something. I just didn't realize that.
She totally would.
She totally does. I'm gonna put
Sophia using her spiritual guardians. Wow, this is amazing.
as you stay there, wings extended in a defensive position, slightly arched near your back. You're laid crouching, clutching the book to your chest.
breathing slightly heavily.
That was extremely impressive.
I'm just glad
Alex's voice.
that
It's deep.
missed me.
It's a deep, familiar voice. It emerges from the shadows behind you. As you turn around, you see your obsidian wolf, celestial being. Eyes licking in these silvery blue flames. Seem to be in better spirits now, at the very least.
guess there's just something about almost getting electrocuted that just pushes all my right buttons.
Wings could use something.
Oof. I'm just really glad I was not that tree.
That will have its consequences, undoubtedly.
But no, I actually wrote down questions to ask you this time, since I seem to have a memory
You look
issue.
down and your notebook's gone. No, I'm just kidding.
My wings crumple and I crumble to the ground. I'm just like, no.
At that point, as you are now focused on the present, you feel your wings fade, leaving this slight electrical energy in the air.
So I did a little
For your
bit.
questions.
Yes, I have questions, and I don't know how specific they really are, and I don't know how. I don't really know, like, because some of them are kind of about that time, or I guess they can be related to the present now, but I don't really know how to go back in time, except for asking people that might have been around then in that area. But I mean, obviously, all of this that is happening now, and then I assume is connected in some way. So I'm trying to figure out I don't know, figure out why my brother would do something like this, what would cause him to do something like this, if he did this originally or intentionally, or it just something happened after it happened. But I wonder why, because I know you said lots of families get overthrown, but like, I wonder if there's a pattern there with certain families being overthrown, whereas some seem to be able to not be overthrown, like what's that one family that's super old? Hang on, I got you.
Beschelder.
The Shelder family.
The Beschelder family.
Yeah. Like maybe what the difference is there. I don't know if that could pertain to anything. I got like a whole list of just random questions. Jeez.
Malik lays down, waits patiently for an actual question.
Yeah, I'm like going through all the questions.
Essentially, you just start pacing, you're like reading through your notes, trying to like put things together.
I do
hear him chuckle very slightly deep in his chest as he's watching you trying to gather all of your thoughts and set them out in some kind of order, some kind of semblance of order.
Something that resembles organization, which is on the low end of Talavin's things that she does. I'll kind of like pause at 1 minute and kind of look at him and just be like, does my twin know that he's alive? Does Taldinian know? Do you think he knows?
Do I think he knows, or do I suspect he knows?
Either one? I don't know.
Hard to say for certain what he does and does not know, although based on what I've managed to glean, it seems as though he is aware. At least now he is.
So he only recently found out. Or might have found out.
It seems to be the case. What little I've managed to glean by time of observation.
How long have you known that he's alive?
Only recently. I knew strange things were going on back in the north. I am not an all-knowing being. Even I have my limitations. I believe I have stated that before.
Yes. I know I tend to treat
At least...
everything.
I suspected someone who had an intimate knowledge of your family and its various workings could be running things as smoothly with the transition of power that happened. I did not know at the time that it could extend as far as your eldest brother.
Question, DM, how much older is he than me?
He was like 18 or 19 when you were 12, so about a 6 or so probably year difference.
So like he knew what was going on.
Probably, yeah.
If my parents had suddenly
18.
died, he would know what to be doing.
Yeah. I mean, he in the line of succession, he was next to the throne, so he would have been first and foremost. He would have been gathering information. He would have known about all of the various finances, most likely. Not that you all were kept out of the loop, but as
we were also 12.
As 12-year-olds, and not for like the immediate, like you guys weren't in immediate succession. So the chances of you all actually like ruling, not that you all wouldn't have a hand in helping rule your home, but he would have been the primary. And so they were training him first. Plus he was significantly older than you, if you count 6 years or so. Significant.
So obviously it's hard to get to either one of my brothers, but do we know of anybody that maybe previously has worked with them or maybe currently works with them that we could get closer to find out maybe more information about what they're doing?
You would have a better knowledge and workings of who your family did business with.
Okay.
Sorry, Ginny.
It's okay.
So then people that we did trade with, they could potentially still be working with my brother, my oldest one?
It's quite possible. What I understand, production and shipment of various war creatures bred for battle has not decreased. There was no interruption in flow. What I've been able to glean.
What?
So curiously, Madison, real quick, DM, was it known that my parents were killed? Like, is it known? Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, I'm not like going around asking people like, "Hey, do you remember my parents? They died." Okay.
You haven't really gone back to any of the areas that you dealt with.
Okay. Do people even know that my parents were killed? I know I've never gone back and like asked people that we knew, but I mean, do people even know that something happened? Or was it covered up perchance? And my brother just pretends to be them?
That I do not know. What I do know is that there has been significant movement in the north. And that it does not seem that anybody has been asking questions. Production has not stopped. Production has not decreased. There's been no interruption in delivery.
You said there's been a lot of movement in the north. What kind of movement?
Strange things. More people. Humans. Not brown, not elven kind. Brought there. Brought deep underground. Much deeper than the training areas, much deeper. What's going on, I cannot say. I only managed to through some of the outer defenses. Meaning Jasper and myself. Without causing too much of a ruckus. You have to understand. We cannot underestimate them, and we cannot alert them if something nefarious is indeed going on, which I suspect it is. If we were to alert them that someone might be poking around where they aren't supposed to be, it could have dire consequences.
So he just said that there are humans being taken to my hometown and being taken somewhere below what?
City.
Would Talavin know there is things below her city? Like, I just don't know stuff like this.
Not that you know.
Oh, so Talavin doesn't know that there's things below her city?
Oh. This is the first you're hearing of it.
Okay, being taken, and they're not coming back up? They're just disappearing?
I don't know.
What might be possible now that he's in charge that might not have been possible while my parents were ruling? I don't know. I just need to go talk to him and ask him. Oh, man.
I don't know if that would be wise, Talavin. I think you could gain an audience with him and leave in relative safety.
I don't know why he would have let us go that day if he was in on the whole thing, though. I mean, he must know that if we ever found out that, one of us would have been angry if he was in on, killing our parents. I just don't want to believe that that was part of his plan. But I guess I don't know a lot of things about my brothers. So do I remember when we were running, or like that day that we returned and then had to leave? Do I remember if there was like fighting going on in the streets? Like, because I remember you said that it seemed like it was like our servants' uprising. Like, was there like fighting going on between like guards and servants, or did it seem like everybody turned on us all of a sudden?
It seemed like everybody.
Just doesn't make any sense. What did they have to gain by putting my brother in charge that they didn't have when my parents were there? Does he have a fiend that he made a bond with too? Because, seems to be a family trait. I feel like if I could talk to somebody that was there, if we could find somebody that's maybe no longer connected. I guess technically Bae was there if she was in my mom's head. Could she know some of these answers? Does it work like that, where she just remembers everything from all her past, previous people that have had such the enjoyment of being with her? Would she know some? Damn gummit! Of course she does!
Though it's not quite in the way that you might think. When a quarry is transferred, it goes from one body to the next. Yes, it does retain memories. But sometimes specific instances or elements can be left behind. The stronger your bond is with your quarry, the easier it is to help them recall certain memories. Much like humans, certain things may be repressed. And knowing, at this point, his eyes glance across the water, and you can just see the entire side lighting up. Bay was very close with your mother. In order to get through to her, you might have to meet her stubbornness for stubbornness.
I feel like whenever I'm stubborn with her, it really just comes out as sass, which usually gets me electrocuted, but I mean, I'm all about it. Guess I've never even thought to ask her these questions. Oh. Yikes.
I'll see what I can do. Figure out if there were any families who potentially lost contact with your family. Maybe few and far between, mind you. It might take some time. I'm proud of you for asking these questions. It's no easy thing. You're handling this well. Proud of you, Talavin. Stands up, his obsidian canine form, or lupine form, just consuming the area in front of you. Best of luck with her.
Thanks. Oh dear.
The nod of his head, he turns and begins merging with the shadows, walking into the tree line. Till finally his form fades.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around, and is she still there, or did she sass her way off?
Oh, yes. Oh, no, she's staring into the water right now.
You never tried to go in by yourself.
Bro, I can barely get in that water when Malik's with me. I'd have to take a head dive to get in. To get in, I think. I'm not trying to get in there because God knows what the fucking's in there. I will.
Just Asana.
Your dreams.
No! Okay.
It's not worth this.
I'm gonna walk my way over to Bay.
Saunter your way across the way, keeping eyes on her.
Defensive.
Oddly enough, she doesn't do anything as you get closer and closer and closer. Just continues to stare into the water.
Oh no. I'm gonna walk up next to her and peer into the water.
Look into the water?
I'm gonna say I'm a few feet away from her, and then I peer into the water. Not super close. Her box of toys is under there.
You glance into the water. This is the first time you've done it. Since, or I think ever, other than seeing the strange creature that you now know the name of. It's below the surface. Make a perception check.
$24.
You glance over, thinking for a moment. You tense your core. You're getting ready to dive out of the way if she makes some kind of lunge at you. You glance at the water. You begin to tear your eyes away when you notice something in it. Instinctually, you go into a protective stance, placing one foot forward, leaning into it, fists clenched. You look harder. You see your mother.
Oh, why did I know that punch to the stomach was coming? No.
You see your father. You see your brother.
Oh.
Years and years and years ago, but you recognize this place, this portion of the cavern. You used to go there on particularly hard working days, and there was a fresh spring nearby. You all would drink from the spring and have food together. There's this tree with lavender leaves and this strange silvery bark that just drank at the water, clutching onto the rock. It was a great memory.
Is it? So you said it's my mom, my dad, and just one of my brothers, or both of my brothers?
Both brothers.
Am I in it?
You see both brothers.
Or does it look like it's from my
perspective? It's from first person.
So it's from like my perspective.
You see your hand extend from that, and you see it grab onto your mom's hand. You can see your older brother is currently wrestling your younger brother. Well, your next oldest brother. Technically, he's older.
Just my little one.
Watch the image morph and see now memories that you don't remember. Do you remember hearing about them? You see your mother in her wedding dress, walking down the aisle. You see your father dressed in his best. You see this strange crown of flowers just woven into her hair, flowers that you don't even recognize. You see your younger, or you see your older brother, but he's much, much younger. You see him playing, jumping about. Though that element is in first person. Odd.
So those were my mother's memories. Oh God. I'm not saying Talavin's not crying, but I'm going to not cry.
Now you glance over Bay's shoulder and you can see from first person hands that are not yours, reaching up to two individuals, older individuals who you don't recognize. You can see that as they lift up this child that there's just mountains everywhere. Snow-topped left and right. Series of huts and homes carved into the stone, into the caps of these mountains.
I'm just gonna sit down next to her and look with her. Don't even want to disturb this.
You watch a lot of different things. The longer you watch, the more you don't recognize the people.
Are they all? Does it seem that like all of these people that I'm seeing through are women? Maybe. Like, do I make? Can I tell like a difference between like? No.
There's one that is definitely not a woman.
Interesting. So I don't. Yeah. So I guess I don't recognize anybody that wouldn't have been before my mother.
Watch the images getting fuzzier. Some of them blurred. There's fire. There's something swinging down from the sky. There's something emerging from the ground. There's something clacking. See just macabre, sunken-in faces. Someone swinging a sword. You see something else fly overhead, red and shrieking. This column of fire just emerges from its mouth. After a time, she shakes her head. Says nothing. Images fade, almost playing in rapid succession in reverse. There are a few you recognize at family gatherings, but as soon as you notice them, they're gone. Then you see your eyes before it fades. Well, now you decide to come and talk to me. Good, I've been waiting long enough.
Alright, hold on.
But the mutt not have anything else to say?
What'd she just say? Did she just call him a what?
I think you're very correctly.
She just say, did the mutt have nothing else to say? Is that what she just said?
Well, you're over here, which means that you obviously didn't get any answers from that lump of nothingness, so... Are we actually going to do something tonight, or are you going to go back and rest and think about all of the things that you want to talk about but actually aren't going to tell me anything about? You're just going to leave me over here all by my lonesome.
Roxy, no.
Must I say it?
Fucking starstruck.
Oh, whoa, it is me! Make a dexterity saving throw.
I feel like I should have been ready for it the second she said, whoa. Oh, that's pretty good. 22.
22. As she does start gearing up, oh, whoa, you begin scrambling backwards.
I'm sitting
tumbling,
down.
throwing your feet back over top of your shoulder so that they'll plant in the ground, but it's slightly too late. You are dealt 10 points. Reduced to half. You actually managed to reduce some of the damage, so 5 points of electric damage of this lightning as it shoots into the ground, bounces off the water, and smacks your shoulder in, oddly enough, the place where you got hit with those darts earlier.
That hurt.
Ow.
Oh, that's so terribly sad. Why don't you do something about it?
Woe is me. And I'm gonna summon my wings. I'm gonna try. Because you never know anymore.
Step into it.
You never know. Let's see, it's a wisdom. Oh dear. 18.
You take
Not
that
as good
moment.
as I usually do.
As you focus, you can hear. As you step forward, leaning into it, the same wings emerge. Sparks of lightning off the edges.
I technically don't have any of my weapons on me except my crystal dagger. God damn it, because I didn't have any of my shit on me. I have my notebook! I throw it. Never.
God, I have my notebook.
Literally never do that because she would probably electrocute it and it would burn. I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna do that. That would be so terrible.
Knowledge. is power.
Knowledge is
Oh,
power.
look, she's going to try and fight
Power
back.
is power.
Are we actually going to train, or are you just going to stand there and try and be all intimidating?
I don't think anything I do could intimidate you, so I don't think that was the point.
Hard work from you would actually be very intimidating.
It's almost a compliment.
It's like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, it's like you slapped me backhandedly, but it was still sort of a compliment.
Nicely. You slapped her nicely.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll pretend.
Yeah.
I have advantage on intimidation checks. Thank you very much. I guess we shall train then. And I'm gonna like try to run. I'm gonna like fly at her. Since usually I have to hold on to her for this training anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to grab her. Just because.
Alright, go ahead and make a grapple check. This is a contested strength roll.
22 with my plus.
Are you adding your strength saving throw, or are you just adding your strength check?
It's the same. I don't have proficiency in strength. It's just a +3.
You got a 19?
19 +3. My strength is terrible, but I did roll good.
So 22?
22. I'm sorry, 22. Did I say 23? I thought I just said +3. It's a 22.
I was
19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, it'd be 22 +3. 19 +3. I'm sorry, Matt.
You rush over and using your wings, wrap both of you in this relative cocoon feathers as you throw yourself away from the water and just grasp onto her for an all.
Good job, Talavin. Away from the water.
I thought I'd give it to you this time.
We'll
wait and see what happens.
Ah, dear shit.
You do have her grappled.
Oh dear.
But when has that ever stopped her? I need you to make like a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage. Unless this is what unless you're trying to go for the other thing.
What do you mean other thing? Because I was... What?
You made an attack.
Yes, but I mean, she said, are we going to train? And I was like, well, I mean, technically, let's get started right now. And I'll just go ahead and grab onto you.
You made an attack. This would be a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
It's 18 and a 3. 9. First one was really good. That sucks.
You're dealt 17 points of electric damage.
That's a lot.
As you attempt to unfurl yourself, getting a better grasp on her entire body, looking at it from the outside, you all would see your outline through the shadows, or through the outline of your feathers. You just see the outlines of your bodies.
While Nora's just flying happily with her board.
Fuck you. I'm actually learning shit, thank you.
Flying. I started later than you.
It's fine.
Did that go?
Oh, when you like lean down.
Cool. It looked like two eyes peeking out from behind the curtain.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, good Lord, Mackenzie.
Goofy. Sorry. The wardrobe malfunction.
Quite literally, it is a wardrobe. And it is not functioning. Come on, you said it right to cut. Come on.
Bards.
I'm not a
Anyway.
bard, I'm a warlock.
Talavin, it's your turn. What do you do?
Oh, I don't really want to lose all my hit points before we start our training. Shit. Shit.
What else can you do?
I mean, if I let go, I'm just gonna have to latch back on and get electrocuted again. So, I don't know. I'll try to get like into a position like where like how we usually are when we're training this way. Just like
Make an athletics
maybe
check.
like loosen my grip a little bit so that I'm not like, oh, I'm still attacking you. Maybe we should just start training before you zap me into oblivion. That's actually a natural 19. Athletics is only a +3, so 22 again.
You manage to wrestle her, throwing her body, using your wings to help prop yourself up. As you rotate and tumble, in a way you still have a nice hold on her fur. You manage to maneuver your body in such a way that now you're just looking at her dead in the eyes.
I'm smiling at her. Just because. Because I know soon I will be gritting my teeth in pain.
I'm gonna see if she can take your meaning.
That's fine, even if she doesn't. I'm gonna say that.
Cheeky, are we? Make a Constitution saving throw.
Why is my constitution literally trash? Man. 12.
12. You take that moment, and as you look at it, a powerful surge just purposefully goes up each individual finger. You feel every single nerve almost blacken in your hand as it cracks up your body. You were dealt 11 points of damage. Make another Constitution saving throw.
Natural 19. 22. God. I feel like these are going to be up and down.
22. You were dealt 8 points of lightning damage this time.
Already down. Kind of a lot. Okay.
Another Constitution saving throw.
Can this not be like... None of my shit's good that would have to do with this. It's fine. Okay. That's not bad. 18.
You were dealt 4 points of lightning damage.
Okay, that's not bad.
As you feel it again tracking your body, make another Constitution saving throw.
Tainted 20.
Tainted 20. You were dealt 5 points of lightning damage.
Well, below half. Okay.
Make another Constitution saving throw.
Don't fuck me. Don't fire. 14. This is not good.
Dealt 6 points of lightning damage. As this one hurts your ribs, you swear you can hear them breaking and cracking in your chest. Another Constitution saving throw.
I just grit my teeth. 16.
16. Only got 1 point. Lightning damage. As again, you open your mouth and swear you feel it connecting in your teeth. It aches. It hurts. Make another Constitution saving throw.
15 again.
15.
I need a natural 20. I need to be doing better.
You are dealt 2 points of lightning damage. Instinctually gasp for air. Another Constitution saving throw.
16.
16. You were dealt 5 points of lightning damage.
Real low. 1, 2.
As it gasp, you swear you smell something burning. You look over and your hair is starting to slightly frizz. Gotta keep it together.
Getting really low.
Another constitution.
Fuck.
17 points really did it.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. Well, I had 14, 11. Yeah. 21.
21. You're dealt 2 points of lightning damage.
Getting real close.
Real close. How close are you?
Almost successes, right? Oh.
Another constitution saving throw.
Oh, man.
19. You are dealt. Technically, double zeros is a 10, but I rolled it on a percentile dice. Oh, hang on. Make a call here. You dealt 1 point. Lightning damage. Technically, it could mean 10 or it could mean 0. Since I'm rolling the wrong one. I'm rolling the ones with double numbers, which is the 10 based instead of just the other one. So I'm gonna switch it out for the right ones.
Oh dear.
Here we go. Make another Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20. 23.
You were dealt 3 points.
Oh man.
Lightning damage.
Yep. 1. I don't think I can give myself like points without like fucking shit up.
As you do, as this, you're clutching, just barely hanging on to the last strand you have of consciousness. It's where you see this gleam in her eyes.
Oh dear.
It's glossed over. If you could see,
That was like the tears.
she weren't this ethereal creature. She just gives you this look. Just these triangled brows and these glossy eyes. She gives a nod and sits.
Oh fuck.
Succeeded. Add that to your success list.
You succeeded with 1 hit point. With 1. Not 2, not 20. 1.
I gotta find where my success list is. Woo! Yikes. I will love some 1 plus 1. 1 more success. I'm about to go through my notes.
That's nice. That's really good.
Put you at 4 successes, I think.
Yeah, it's 4 or 5. I have it written down somewhere. I thought I had it written down in the front of my books.
No, wait, that is 5.
I think that is 5 because I did the first one, and then I did so good the second time that it was for 2. It was worth 2, and then I did
2.
1 more. So I think this is 5.
I think this is 5.
And I need how many? 10.
10.
Ooh,
Successes in a row.
I'm halfway there. Ooh, I don't know. There's a song. Sorry. Living on a prayer.
Hopefully you won't fail.
Oh, that's nice.
Just gonna write this at the top. I'm gonna write 5 total. Okay. Talon's, as she like pulls back, Talon's probably gonna stumble back a little bit, just be like, oh, that was
Please, it didn't hurt that much. Instantly, that look is gone.
Oh, I heal myself. I gave you a point, right?
Yes.
And then I have, how many points do I have?
You
6?
should have
So I'm going to
6
give myself 5. So I'm at 6.
Ugh.
Just fizzles.
Ugh. Ugh. Ooh.
You also have healing spells.
It's okay. I'm not going to use a healing spell in front of May. Just not going to. Ooh. I feel like it hurts every time the same. Maybe just
Mm.
a little bit.
Then you're obviously not learning how to cope with pain. Must try harder. Educate you.
I will work on that. More pain, more gain. Oh, I don't know. Is that a saying? As I pat my hair down.
The very ends have floofed out.
Ah, yeah. I know we're not usually the super chatty pair.
Oh dear, you're getting ready to say something, aren't you?
Oh dear. I guess I am with my 6 hit points.
What could you possibly want?
You
I give you everything. I train you. I dedicate brain power. Everything. Your benefit. So I get nothing. Really shame.
I mean, is there something you want that I can give you? I mean,
Oh, no, I'm just thinking about a certain piece of body artwork that seems to be lacking in something specific.
well,
If only I would remember it in those particular moments. Just the little thing.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I'm definitely going to get another one dedicated solely to you. You won't even have to share.
No, that's a pity move.
Oh, God.
A pity move. I don't want it.
Pity move.
I don't ask for much. I don't ask for anything, really. Just the thanks I get.
Oh, woe is you.
My line. And yes, woe is me. Come, get on with it. What is this mystical question? You've got this massive lead up. Of course, you probably do. Let's hear it.
I mean, do you want the massive lead up or do you want me to just get straight to the point?
I'd rather you get straight to the point, but I figured I wouldn't have a choice in the matter.
Well, in thanks, I'll get straight to the point.
And yet you're not.
It's not a win with you, I swear. It never will be.
Ah.
It's impossible. Okay.
Still waiting.
Do you remember what was going on with my family before they died? There it is. Oh man, she gotta roll for it.
What?
Well, in case you weren't aware, I learned that my oldest brother that I thought was dead is not dead and is living and being my parents' replacement, I guess. I don't know what he's doing, but he seems to have just taken over and picked up where they seemingly left off. And I remember before we went on that last trip, all the whispering and the hushed conversations, but I was never privy to any information that helps me now. And I don't know if maybe you might be.
Do? Bits and pieces. Fragments. Worthless if you ask me. Obviously it didn't do your mother any good. She knew the information and but that ended up with her.
Did she know about my brother?
No. Until the end.
Did he kill them?
She doesn't say anything. She's oddly quiet.
Inside check. Does that mean he killed them? Can I,
You can roll an inside check based on her demeanor.
Man, insight's terrible. 19.
Based on her demeanor, it seems like whatever foul end happened, your brother probably had something to do with it. She suspected something before everything happened.
What did she suspect though?
Fragments, pieces. Darkness. Watch that, all of those swirling lights that are usually just filling her eyes, almost darken with shadow. She crouches low to the ground, seemingly lost in thought, drawn back. Fragments, darkness. Whispers, night. Shadows in the east. Whispers under dark. They took what belonged to her, took his mind from him. War, terrible in the east. Fragments, just fragments. The light comes back as she shakes her head.
Okay, real quick, Madison. You were kind of like going, your audio was kind of going in and out there for a minute. So I only got darkness, shadows in the east, whispers in the east, took his mind from him, war, terrible in the east. Was that everything she said? I was trying to write down everything she said.
A war, terrible in the east.
Was that everything she said?
Whispers under dark.
Oh, so there was whispers in the east and whispers Underdark?
Underdark. Whispers Underdark.
Does like any of this mean anything to Talavin? Like, has she ever heard anything like this before?
There's always been conflict in the East, so that part almost makes sense. The caverns go deep. The caverns are very, very expansive. But you guys never went beyond certain points into further into the darkness. There were just some places where you weren't supposed to go because there was either a sheer drop into absolute nothingness, which is dangerous.
Did you know that there was something under the city where we lived?
There have always been things that dwell in the shadows and the dark. There are always things that linger, that cannot be seen by the sun, things that can't bring themselves above ground. Much darker things. People fear the elves, and they should fear what lies beneath them. I've never seen any of them myself, but there are creatures that are further than your city could imagine. So the rumors go.
Could they be brought to
And I don't see why not. The right methods, anything can be done. I managed to train you. That seems to work.
I'm glad you're comparing me to creatures of the dark.
I only ever see you at night. It's not like you talk to me during the day or anything.
Oh dear. I'm gonna think about it. I don't know. I've never gotten around to it. Damn. I never think
So you did that passing thought for me. I really have to say thank you for that one.
Oh dear. Oh man. Was there anyone that my parents seemed to trust more than others, or even maybe distrust more than others in their last bit of time? Anyone I could
Did they stop
seek out?
trusting anyone?
What, just in general, were there people that maybe someone they confided in?
That's about it. Recall a trip. They were gone. They were gone for a few weeks. Went south, further, much further south. The end of the world. Elders for sure.
What'd she just say? Who knows for sure?
The Beschelders for sure, and then she said south, much further south, the other end of the world. The cursed family. One.
So the cursed family of one?
The Burkards. She saw the Burkards. It's been quite some time.
The guardians of the Verdant River Pass?
Yes.
The shelters.
Bad luck pecans. So I can't remember.
And they went on this trip before they died. Well,
We're
Was
gone for a few weeks.
was it while
I don't remember.
we were away?
No. This was after the family gathering. The gathering? Gathering. Yes. Yes. After the gathering. Seeking allies. Oh, yes, that's right. How could I have forgotten?
My parents were seeking allies.
Yes. What? You can see her form slightly dimming. Each element she's recalling, it seems to be taking some kind of toll on her physical form. You'd notice with your passive perception.
How far away is she from me? I'm always so scared to like touch her.
She only sat down, so right now you guys are less than 5 feet away. Like, if you reach out, the 2 or so feet, you could probably touch her.
Oh dear. Do I risk my 6 health points? Yeah, well, if I die, I die. I'm just gonna like I'm so scared of her. I'll just I want to just reach out and like usually where my like we're not near her face. Just like where am I usually like where I usually am like grabbing hold of like her like neck area and just like run my hand through her electricity for her and just be like, thank you. And then,
It's like running your hand over something charged very slightly with static electricity. Your hand grips into her fur. There's this tingling sensation that just vibrates, just crawls up your arm. Almost as if you hit your funny bone. Your arm instinctually jolts. But you maintain your touch. No shock comes. She looks at you in the eyes for a solid minute, unblinking, before turning her eyes back to the water. Messing up my phone.
I let go.
Let your fingers slide away.
I guess I've never tried to do anything cool with the water because the water's just kind of scary. I'm gonna, because I've drawn pictures of Bae before, but I don't really have any with like her with my mom. Damn. I mean, I can like show her some of my pictures now. Look at the pictures I did. Do you want to see some of my memories? No. I guess I'll like open up my notebook real quick, just be like, this is so weird. I don't know if you want to see these. And I just want to show her like at the very front of my book is like a really nice colored picture of just like the last like thing that I remember like my mom was wearing, like what she looked like. And I just show it to her.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh dear. I don't really know what I'm persuading her for, but okay. Where is my persuasion? That is a natural 19 plus 6, 25. I don't even know what I'm persuading her for.
You hold out the book. There's a moment where she seems reluctant to tear her eyes away from the water surface. However, you press the book forward slightly more. It garners her attention. She glances over and then her eyes just lock onto her mom's form. Her eyes and her hair and the way she looked, the way she held herself. This image, though drawn many years prior, just captures that essence. You can see a further gloss glaze over her eyes. She lays down, simply looks at the picture. Says nothing.
I'll just, because I don't know, I have a couple of my mom, and I'll just like flip to the next one until there really isn't more to show her, because I only have a couple.
When you finish, he stands up, wordlessly, walks off into the woods.
I go diving like, no, I'm just kidding. Show me more memories!
Till finally your eyes droop. You are pulled once again into oblivion. You wake up in your bed, slightly more refreshed than the day before. Significantly more, in fact.
Yeah, probably.